Well, welcome to the 1st of November's Faith, Family, and Football podcast. Um, we were supposed to have recorded yesterday, but we're recording today, a day later. And how wonderful it is that we're recording today. And actually, today we are doing it a little later than usual. But I mean, you get it at the usual time, so it's all good. Hey, Dr. Ralph, welcome to today. Today we're having it a Friday. Welcome to Friday's Faith, Family, and Football podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's a very special Friday, right? It is
Yes.
All Saints Day.
Wow, praise the
Right.
Lord.
And so it's a good thing yesterday we did not record because that was a scary day, Halloween night day. So, yeah,
Yeah,
just kidding, of course.
yeah, I like it. I like it. So, I have these kids that I'm discipling. We run a radio program. So tomorrow they want to talk about Halloween on radio. And then, is it godly? Is it not godly? How can Christians celebrate it and whatnot? I mean, it's just wonderful to see how these cultural mores that are very far from us, but they affect us right now because of
Mm.
social media.
All right. Yes.
Yeah,
It's a global village now, right?
it's become a global village for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get to our sports session. Um, Dr. Ralph, I see you are clad in a Man U jersey. Man U is my team,
Yes, yeah, it's
and
a little outdated,
not necessarily.
obviously, because
Yeah, of course.
on the back of it, it has
Uh-huh.
Ronaldo's name. So that's a while ago. Um,
Is it?
yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. So what's the occasion? Why are you in a Man U jersey today?
Well, you should be honored that I am because
Yeah, I
I
am
am
actually.
not a Man U fan by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a Bayern Munich fan, and of course, ever
Yes.
since 1999, Man U's
1999.
yeah, we won't bring it up aside from just mentioning the year in the Champions League final. So
Yeah.
ever since that point, Man United has been sort of at the bottom of my wish list of who I would like to watch. But I know somebody
Yes.
else in this podcast appreciates
Oh
Man
yeah.
U
Oh
a
yeah.
lot
Oh
more than
yeah.
I do. So
Samuel
I thought,
Kufuor cried.
so I thought,
That one.
why not? Give Musa some good news. And we
Yeah.
talk about the fact that today, Man United
Uh-huh.
has hired Ruben Amorim, who is the coach of Sporting Lisbon in Portugal,
Yeah.
to a
Yes,
new
of course.
contract until I think
Mm.
2026 that starts
Praise the
on
Lord.
November 24th. I think that's his first game. But
Okay.
figured, we might as well just give you the chance, Musa, to celebrate it a little bit, because I think this is the sixth coach for Man United
Yeah.
since Sir Alex Ferguson quit. So that's almost, every 2 years they average having a new coach. So hopefully this guy sticks a little longer.
I don't know. It was to me that we need somebody that was tutored by Sir Alex Ferguson to settle
Hmm.
there. This Norwegian guy, what's his name again? He was coming out to be a good coach. I've forgotten his name.
Norwegian?
Um, yeah, actually a Norwegian guy. He played for Manu at some point. What's his name again? He was a striker, almost a
Oh,
super
yeah, yeah.
sub all the time.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yes,
Solskjaer.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Solskjaer. Ole Solskjaer.
Yeah,
Ole
you're
Gunnar
just
Solskjaer.
bringing him back. You're just mentioning because he's the one that scored the final goal in the uh,
Of course,
last few minutes of the 1999 Champions League game
of
against Bayern
of
Munich.
course.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's why.
thanks for ruining my day. All right, well, go ahead and
Oh
talk a bit more about
no, you invited it. How'd you come glad in the Manu jersey?
it.
But no, we are not that Manu now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we need because there's a Sir Alex Ferguson spirit, I would call it, that even the players that were under him, they just embody that.
Huh.
Yeah, there's that DNA, which I think if you just bring in a coach that was never a, an Alex Ferguson player, I don't know how much they embody that DNA, because there's a Man U DNA, and I think we are losing it. By as we change coaches like this, we really are losing it. I think Man U is surviving on fumes right now. Yeah, we really are. We have a good reputation, and we are still riding on that.
Yeah.
But of late, we haven't really done good for ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think partly the board, the management is to blame, because they're great coaches. Yeah. Why didn't we bring a German guy that was, what's his name again?
Thomas Tuchel?
No, not Thomas Tuchel. The one that was with Liverpool. What's his name again?
Oh, yeah, Klopp, Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen Klopp. He coaches a small team in Germany now, isn't an unknown team at least. What team is he coaching now?
Jurgen Klopp? No, he moved to be the director of football development for,
okay.
Goodness, who was it now? Oh, yeah. Actually, you're right. Yeah, I think it's for Leipzig, RB Leipzig.
Yes. Right? I'm like, why don't we get such a coach?
Yeah, well, there aren't too many of those guys around. But I mean, when you think of Ruben Amorim, I mean, you look at what he's done in the last 4 years of Sporting Lisbon. So I mean, in his first year with the team, he won the Portuguese title, and that was their first in 19 years. And then last year, even though he lost the top players, one of them being Manuel Ugarte to PSG, he still guided Sporting to the second league title in 4 years last season. So, I mean, he's got a great track record in Portugal. And I mean, there's some good teams in Portugal. I think people sort of liken his style of play to, or his coaching approach to Pep Guardiola. And so I think that's it. Everything bodes well in terms of his history and his style of play that, Man United wants an attractive style of play. Remains to be seen if he's able to deliver, because, but I mean, with all the front office changes and ownership changes at Man U, I think there's a lot of flexibility and freedom to say, okay, let's do what it takes and get all the cylinders firing, right from the administrators all the way down to the players. So, I mean, I guess I don't wish Man United ill.
Okay.
I just don't want them to win, but I guess that's the same as wishing them ill. So, but no, I mean, for the sake of a great club, a great world club, it'd be nice for Man to at least gain respectability again. Because that'd be a shame if their brand became tainted, and it will in the next couple of years if they don't do anything. People will suddenly say, we give up. There's no hope ever for Man United again. We've been waiting for 12 years now, and it's just not clicking.
It's what at some point Liverpool was like that, where that was a Liverpool, and now I mean, I'm glad they came back up, but I think it reminds me of the special one, Jose Mourinho. He came with a great track record, but for some reason he couldn't pull it off or stick around long enough to really pull it off. At Man U. Maybe the same thing of just the turnover is high. It's too high, maybe. Coaches have been fired too quickly. Because the history of Sir Alex Ferguson also, he wasn't always a great coach. Yeah, he was an average coach, and then at some point, I think he honed his players well. And they formed a wonderful machine that was just so attractive to watch, and they would beat anything, anybody. Doesn't matter who you are. I don't know if we ever go there, and if we do, there will be need maybe to change a couple of things, even just players. I don't know, because I think these players that have been around that had so much promise but really not done much, I think they saw some psychological defeat in their mind.
Well, it'd be
Yeah,
hard, like
yeah,
Bruno Fernandes is a great player, but I'm
yes,
sure he
yes,
feels like, you're sort of like you're on the waves of the ocean, you get hit by one wave and you're going this way, then you hit the other, you go another way, and soon you don't even know what direction you're going. And
yeah,
it's you need the system to have a consistency. Then the players can figure out where they fit and really thrive in it. And when you keep changing
yeah.
systems, that's really hard on a player.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem is. And I think somewhat Arsenal is getting it after they got Arteta. Arteta is still with Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
You could see that Arsenal also was really like a headless club.
Hmm.
But now you can see they are asserting their dominance to some extent. You can tell, oh, there's an Arsenal there,
Hmm.
and they're coming strong. And we could say the same about Chelsea. Also, I don't know how it is now, but Chelsea also was a stronger club. But these things, when the turnover is too high, players just lose direction because every coach comes with a different temperament. Obviously, tempo is different, systems, and just everything changes. And you have to, in a sense, adapt to this play, to this coach.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I should say maybe it takes more than 2 years for a person to fully adapt to the person and his style of coaching or whatever. And I think that's what's killing us. But yes, for the sake of world football, we need a thriving Manu.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, for the sake of world football, we need a thriving Manu. I don't like what's happening in England nowadays because it's just Man City and Man City and Man City again. And Liverpool tries here and there, but Man City is still Man City.
It's amazing.
That's like German football. You see, you Germans brought German football to our British shores.
Yeah.
Where in Britain, in England, soccer was soccer. We're not scared of one team. Anybody of the top four, top five could win the cup. But nowadays, the league. But nowadays, it's almost a foregone conclusion.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's like Germany used to be like, right, with Bayern Munich. It's like, okay, they'll get first and the battle is for second. But now
Yeah,
it's definitely a good battle. And that's
yeah,
always only encouraging to see.
yeah. It's very true.
Hmm.
I used to love, as we conclude, I used to love Italian soccer. I don't know what happened also to Italian soccer. I mean, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, those are like teams you wait for.
Mm.
And there was a season, I mean, there was a period of time in the 90s where at least every other Champions League, the semifinals or the quarterfinals, there'll be 4 or 3 Italian teams.
Mm.
And that was like, but now I don't know what's going on. Whether it's work ethic dying or just management things. I don't know.
But there's
I
one guy
pray
in the
that.
world, one guy in the world who's celebrating that demise of Italian football.
Oh my God. Don't celebrate the demise, celebrate the rise of your teams.
I celebrate the demise of Italian football. I'm a German soccer fan, and Italian is
Oh yeah,
our dark horse enemy. They always somehow come up with a great game in the World Cup against Germany.
I'm
And
telling you. I am telling you.
I'm happy as all get out when Italy is suffering. I repent of that, but somehow it keeps rising up inside me.
Oh my God. I don't know what World Cup that was. Was it 2006 or 12 or something? When Fabian Grosso, that left-footed young man, I mean, he was like the sensational. And then what was that? Cannavaro was the defender, the linchpin. I mean, I always loved the Italian national soccer team. But nowadays they're like Manu, they're like Manu.
Uh,
Yeah, the Pentecostals would call it what is that? Faded glory.
oh,
There's a term they use.
yeah.
Oh, it's faded glory. They were once there, but now they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a Man story as well.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately.
well, thank you so much for thinking of us, Manchester United fans. and being clad in our regalia and just celebrating with us. We know that we are bitter enemies, and in 1999, we showed you why we are Manchester United.
Yes.
But we
Yes.
bless the Lord that you are so gracious.
Well, in brotherly love, we have to just help each other celebrate with our
Yes,
little occasions. So if you're okay,
yeah.
I'll help Musa celebrate.
Well, thank you so much, guys, and
All
thanks,
right.
Dr. Rao.
Great.
Yeah, good.